It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Dolphins' sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Dolphins and the Titans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. He'll look to... intercepted on the second play of the game. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
First and 10 now from the 36. Run play. This is Hill. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it, and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Point after, coming up here. His kick is good, and the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff, returnable from the 4. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the end. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring them down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. At their own 31-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what... Leading up to this game, they said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now, faking the give. Off he goes. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Here's the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Back to throw here to begin the drop. To the right side here, pass is caught. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 75 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The extra point is good, and the Dolphins move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drop. The Titans offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's to Hardy. He's got it. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 1st down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll look to throw yet again. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
When we had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week in practice, he preached the importance of that I have to do a better job protecting the ball. Well, so far here early, it doesn't seem like that's been the case. He's been a little reckless here in the opening quarter, and he's going to have to clean that up throughout the rest of this game.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, his defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. They'll run here with the rookie. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throwing right. It's taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back in Music City after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. 2nd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. That one taken in. Touchdown, Miami. This deep. Continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll run here with Hill. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The kicking team on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Dolphins move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's McFadden. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They send him right out of the slot. This one complete right side. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Motion man, set right. They'll run it with McFadden. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They motion the slot man left. To the air now on first and 10. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on second and 2. They'll look to throw again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So we're at the half, and the visiting Dolphins are in the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, and apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Hill. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
Oh, those guys blocking would be running fucking laps. They'd be running laps.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
And as a defensive coordinator, this just drives you nuts. You have a team in 3rd and long. You think you're going to go rush the passer. And what do? They change it up. They slip the offensive lineman out in front of the back and drop it off, and he picks up a big gain and converts the 1st down.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Up the middle they go. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Now, faking the give. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on
Delayed
top.
game.
Slot man in motion left. He'll look to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. Back to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up third down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They convert on. With a gain of 7 yards. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. First and 10. Here's a run going left. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now this time they'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short. And that's going to bring up fourth down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we are through 3. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. throw here to begin the drive. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now they'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 10. Third and goal. He'll drop to throw. He'll try to run forward, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good, and the Titans are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Drive will start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Handoff here, up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Quick throw here is complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Miami.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He'll get this just past the 45 as he's taken down. Second down and 8. Now a give up the middle, and he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Third and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now a give on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Dolphins first down. Oh, run play. This is Hill. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's second and 6. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing third and 3. Open man, left side. He's got it. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark should be enough to put this one on ice. So now the Dolphins turn it over to their field goal team. Officially a 29-yard attempt. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, We say so long, everyone.